Hello, greetings, welcome, pleasure. Today we are fixing a broken engine on my Engwe fat tire e-bike. Let's get into it. So first, how it happened, how it broke down. It happened when I was driving the e-bike uphill. I was accelerating only with the throttle and I just heard a pop and then the motor stopped to work. I've made separate video with all the closer details, feel free to check it out. Here is the video, and under the video there were some useful comments that offered the explanation why this happened. This guy says not enough grease applied to the motor. I didn't apply any grease. The grease was applied straight in the factory. So either they might have applied less or the amount just reduced simply by using the e-bike. In here we got a bit more technical details. Lack of maintenance caused the problem. Looking at the state of the rest of the bike, must keep them as clean as possible. Motor get warm, and when cools quickly like puddle or even a small amount of mist will cause the motor to suck in air water and grit dries out grease, then you have failed parts and a sad emoji. This kind of makes a bit more sense. It's like some kind of condensation that is creating inside of the motor. The motor is sealed shut, there are no holes, so the water cannot come in, but it can like appear inside and then it could make the grease to deteriorate. This kind of makes sense. Either way, it's broken, so let's fix it, but I'm always curious what caused the issue at the first place. I think it's important to know reasons to prevent this from happening again. Okay, so how we gonna fix it? When I opened the motor, I found these planetary gears broken. One was completely shattered and there were two with many missing teeth. I ordered replacement wheels from AliExpress. They have same amount of teeth, but the diameter and thickness is a little bit different. I also contacted the Engwe company, I told them what happened, and they sent me motor complete with the brand new planetary gears. There was a grease included as well. That means now I have two motors. This is my old one, old dirty one, with the broken gears, and this is the new one, clean, with the good gears. Clearly, ideally, you don't want to change the motor when it's not broken. You only want to change the broken wheels. However, it's not so easy to buy them. Now I'm gonna be talking about the replacement planetary gear wheels. If it broke down for you and you've already contacted the company and they send you the wheels, then you can skip this part. But if it broke down, you contact the company and they refuse to send it to you, that means you have to get a part somewhere. If this is your case, carry on watching, because these gear wheels are not as easy to get. These Engwe engines have really specific size. So let's get into it. I bought these, but they are slightly different. It has smaller diameter, so these are like 49 millimeters, these are 47, so there's 2 millimeters difference for each wheel. Now I've put it into the enclosure, I centered it, and as you can see, two sides are about okay, but this side, it's not perfect. Now I've shifted it a little bit, so you see there is a bit more space in here, and here compared to the original wheels, they like fit exactly to the millimeter. I'm able to spin it without any issues. When I spin this, yeah, two sides are touching, but you see one side is not touching at all. I was also trying to find large diameter wheels, but majority are same sizes. This is the ones that I've ordered. 36 teeth, that's the very important part, and 47 millimeters by 13.5. And these are 49 by 12, I think. Every replacement this planetary gear looks like on AliExpress, I mean the diameters. If I put there like 49 millimeters, nothing really is coming up that would match these details closely. Here I typed it into Google and here are some results. For example, set of 3 compatible gears for electric e-bike. They are very expensive, first and foremost. 45 pounds for 3 plastic wheels. That's overpriced as hell. Here it also says 48 millimeters. But when I measure the ones that they have sent me, yes, I know how to measure. And this is the result. It's like almost 49. I measured another wheel and here also 49 or maybe 48.8. Whatever the case, it's not 48. So if you order 48, there's still gonna be some gap in there. Here I'm on the different website. It says satellite gears for plate, Engine Pro, 45 euros, also overpriced as hell. How could 3 plastic wheels cost 45 euros, man? I don't know. There's like 10 euros at most. I'm trying to find diameters, product details, but it doesn't say what's the diameter or anything like that, or anything closer. I've been asking Engwe directly if they selling these gears and they said no. I was asking if they're planning to do it in the future. They said they gonna consider it, which is good. They should sell it because it's like inexpensive part. As you can see, they are not easy to find online because the diameter is slightly bit different. And they should definitely sell it because it's important. I'm sure the whole motor is gonna cost a lot more than just the 3 freaking wheels. Okay, now let's put the brand new motor with the planetary gears inside. At first I wanted to change the whole motor, but then I've decided I'm gonna just change the metal piece with the wheels and I'll put that piece on the old motor. Because my old motor was good, so I just thought I'm gonna save the new motor for later. To do this, first I had to take down the wheel, unscrew the screws from both sides and then take it off. The wheel was really stuck in here. We had a hard time taking it out, but at the end we put it down. Then on the Engwe, cassette is from this side, so you don't need to take it down. But from the other side is this piece and there was the disc brake, which is here. It was attached in here, so you just unscrew all the screws from here. And then you need to remove these 6 screws. It might not seem like a hard thing to do, but for example, for me, one of the screws stripped down. This is the normal screw, and when I was like trying to undo it, it just stripped. So we had to make a ridge like this and into this metal part as well. And then we were able to remove it. Now we need to take this part out. There's like this cable in a way, so I'll try to do it now. I already cleaned it all from the broken teeth and all the old grease. I forgot to mention, but when we were removing the planetary gears from the old motor, it was incredibly difficult to do. In some videos I've seen they were just like sliding it like this, because that's pretty much what you should do. But it was really stuck on mine. We had to use this tool. You're gonna attach these arms on the metal piece. And then you're gonna be screwing this middle part and it's gonna be pushing this down and this is gonna be holding, so it's gonna be able, you're gonna be able to remove it. As you can see here, it's going out by itself. It's very easy to do. And this is pretty much all we need. And I think I'll just actually put it on the old motor and then I can avoid to take this piece out. It looks like it's possible. It has to be possible because they somehow fit it in. But then I would also have to put it in here. So I'm gonna leave the old motor here and I'm gonna use planetary gears from the new motor. And this is what they should be able to sell, even like this, you know, the gears by themselves. You don't even need this metal part. You just take this holder out and the wheels are able to slide out like this. So yeah, it would be great if the company is able to sell these gears just by themselves for a reasonable price. Now I'm gonna clean this teeth a little bit so it's nice and clean. I'm gonna put it in there and apply new grease that they have provided. Not sure if this is enough. And this is some kind of specific white lithium grease for e-bike motors. Not sure what's the best way to do it. I don't even have gloves, so I think this will have to do. Put here on the teeth. I'll put as much as I can because I want it to be really smooth and quiet. Okay, I think this is about okay. Here in the bottom there was this piece. And this little piece was in this hole. I've put there that piece and it has to be aligned with this hole. You're gonna slide it in that way. It doesn't want to go all the way in. I'm trying to like push it down, but something is blocking it, it feels like. I had very big issues with this piece that goes right here for the wheel to stay there firmly. But it's like so tight, I'm just gonna grind it down a little bit. I'm gonna use this and I'm just gonna grind it little bit, not much. I did grind it down a little bit, as you can see it's nice and shiny. Okay, it helped. I was able to put it all the way down. Now grease it properly and put it in the motor. I hope it's gonna last at least another 1,500 kilometers. All this grease. Yeah, looks good. A lot of grease. Okay, this was easier than expected. Now I will screw the disc brake in. Okay, I just put the wheel into the bike and I've quickly tested it, and the throttle is working as well as the pedal assist mode. However, I still need to put it down one more time because, as you can see, it's not really working properly. Here was the issue. I removed it. It was just too tight and the cassette was not spinning freely. Now I put this thing in here. Hopefully it's gonna be better. So it's gonna be more space in here when I'm gonna tighten it. Okay, now it works, no issues. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so the bike is fixed. It was like, I think 4 or 5 days ago. Now I've been testing it. I think I drove like 50 kilometers and everything is going very well. The motor is quieter than it was before. It's not like super quiet, but it's definitely quieter than it was straight from the box when I first unboxed it. The loudness, I think, has to do also with the unlocking of the bike. When you unlock it, there is like more power, more torque, so naturally there's gonna be more noise, I think. The process overall was not as difficult. I mean, it wasn't easy, but I think if you are able to do flat tire, to fix flat tire, then I think you can do even this. You don't need as many tools. I mean, it was very first time to do it for me. So there are a few things, a few information that I've gathered, and I'm sure next time when I'm gonna be doing it, it's gonna be much easier. And is there gonna be next time? Of course there is gonna be next time, because clearly the lubricant is gonna wear down, so I will need to repeat the process to put the lubricant so it's nice and smooth once again. I think I will do it in like in another 1,000 kilometers, I would say. I will see how the motor is gonna sound after another 1,000 kilometers, then I will decide. For example, the Fafris that I'm using, there is already like 1,000 kilometers, but it's still very quiet. But that motor has less output, so it all kind of depends on the motor and on the e-bike you are using. I'm sincerely hoping the Engwe, the company, is going to sell the replacement parts themselves, or at least they are widely available and not like it's now, that it's very hard to come by on AliExpress, or these third-party sellers are, you know, it's really overpriced. So I'm sincerely hoping they're gonna offer these planetary gears as well, because clearly it makes sense. You have to sell the part that's wearing down the most. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.